Hello, my name is Brian Simonson, and this is the first in a series of videos aimed at describing how to implement the report writer. This first video will discuss the basics of what the report writer is, how to install it, and how to get you up and running using the demo project that is supplied in the report writer package. So first, what is the report writer? Well, the report writer is an automatic report writing application that aims at pulling together three distinct pieces of the report writing process: the analytical piece of the construction of analytics, the production of tables and charts, and the construction of the report itself. This is handled so the analytics being done in some language, say SAS or Python or whatever you like to programmers like to program in. Charts being and tables being done in a nice Excel environment where you can easily construct those graphics and numbers. And third, Microsoft Word, which is still the go-to application for producing documents. So what can it do? Well, the report writer can import CSV files at a blazing speed, allowing for very large reports to be constructed in a very quick turnaround. You can produce hundreds, if not thousands, of reports at a time. These reports, either Word or PDF, are fully 508 compliant. In terms of what can be populated, simple numbers and text, that's easy. Where the report writer shines is the production of 508 compliant tables and charts. Both have the ability for tables. There's multiple ways to produce tables, and there are various bells and whistles to make those tables 508 compliant. Charts, which are more difficult to make 508 compliant, has a special feature where the report writer actually constructs its own alternative text sentences to make those charts 508 compliant. If you don't like them, no big deal. Overwrite it, do your own Excel magic, and come up with your own alternative text. It's that simple, and there are simple options in the report writer to make that happen. Additionally, there's the cut section technology. Not all reports are just every element of the report needs to go to the entity receiving the report. Some entities, like a hospital, some sections of the report may not make sense data-wise to supply them. So the cut section technology cuts that section, renumbers all tables and charts accordingly, and voila, you have a final report. Other little things it can do, creating bullets. That's an interesting little trick, actually, when you get down to it. Modifying headers and footers on the fly. And of course, at the end of every document, if you have a table of contents, re-updating that so it makes sense given the size of your currently populated document, and you have a nice, perfectly pristine document ready to send to the client. Now, okay, I think you're sold. How do you get it? What is it? Well, it's a Microsoft Excel add-in. That's how it's deployed. So when you install the report writer, you will open up Excel and you will see on the Microsoft Excel ribbon a new tab called the report writer, of which there will be 3 buttons: the one-time import button, the run one report button, and the run all reports button. Aptly named, pretty obvious, but the devil's in the details. In the following videos, we'll get into kind of the nooks and crannies of how to get these up and running. But now let's install the report writer and run a demo project and finish our first video of the day. So we're going to, I have put this document, let me show my desktop. I put it right here. So this is what you would get, the report writer package, right? You can see, well, actually, I'll just go ahead and unzip it. So we're going to extract it somewhere. I'm going to pick a different spot than it's telling me to. I'm going to go to my just to documents, right? And we're going to select that folder, and we're going to put it right there. So after I put it on the documents, you can see there is now a folder right here called the report writer package. Let's open that up, and you will see first up is the report writer setup installer. You're going to click that, and pretty much you just hit lots of next. It knows where it wants to put it. You go ahead and say yes in some cases, just lots of next, yes, and then finally it's been installed. Close it. Done. Okay, how are we going to get this thing up and running? We're going to go with our kind of demo project. We're going to the report writer template folder. You'll see demo project 1. Let's go ahead and open that up. When you open up Excel for the first time, And after you've installed the report writer, there will be another button asking you to install the add-in. So we're going to wait for that to happen. Okay, on my computer, I guess I've already accepted it. You will see a little pop-up saying this is the first time we've seen this. Excel has already accepted different versions of this report writer on this computer. But there will be something that pops up here and you'll hit OK. So let's go to the tab. And here you have the three buttons we discussed earlier. Right now, before we get up and running here, we're just going to run one of these buttons. We're going to run all the reports. But let's go through the basics here. To get this up and running when you've installed it, the key piece for the demo is this right here, is the report writer template path. What is the report writer template, right? That is where the data exists, where the template document exists. So let's go over here real quick. I picked a random spot for this demo just to show what you have to do. Right here, right, is the, oh, let me get that. How do you make that? See the path name here. Uh-oh, sorry. Let's go to C. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to documents, right? C, users, Brian, documents, right? That's where I believe it is. Correct? There it is. It's right there. And there's the report writer package folder. So I'm going to go there finally. Sorry, excuse me, guys. We're going to copy. So that's the actual pathway. Oh, no, template's here. Sorry. Report writer template. That's what we want. Right? Copy that. That's the pathway. So it's a little more complicated than I had in the setup. So we're going to go right here. And all we're going to do is tell it what folder the template document is. Okay? Give me a second. My computer's a little slow. Okay. Now, you'll notice that everything else starts to kind of self-populate. Everything works off this one cell right here. So we want to make sure we update that cell. After that, it's going to be looking in this location for this document, the demo project 1 template document, which, as we just showed you, is sitting right here. That's what makes everything work. It's already set up also to be looking for files currently in the results folder. That's one level down. You'll notice that I have 6 different CSV files ready to go. Where is that? Well, just in case we're not to get too in deep right now, but on the data import tab, you're telling it where to look for the results. And so it is already kind of coded in to look one level deeper, as you can see right here in the results folder within the report writer template folder. So everything's kind of set up to run this demo, though you can move these path names around if you see so fit. Now, we will get into the specifics of what the report writer needs to do, but essentially the guts of it is this data import tab is going to tell you what tables and figures need to be imported for each report. In this example, there are 2 companies. So each company will have four things being read in. There are something called the report numbers tab, which tells you in the chart what numbers there are. Let me move over, right? The numbers that need to go into the report, the charts that need to go in the report, and the tables that need to go into the report. Where are these tables and charts? Well, they're in these tabs called Table 1, Table 2. As you can see, there are nice little pretty nicely formatted charts, Figure 1, Figure 2, etc. The basic gist is there's more than one way to get this accomplished. The data is going to essentially get imported into these yellow cells. It can go anywhere. There's lots of flexibility. Personally, when I created this nice little area that will be graphed, or in the case of the table, I have a nice little table over here that formats this raw data that's being brought in on the yellow. More on that later. But that's basically the gist. We're importing the data, then these specific tabs for all the tables and charts are then constructing in Excel, just using some Excel magic, nice looking tables. Now, just so you can see where this is all going, in the template document, before we run this thing, what the heck is it? Just to show you, it is a skeleton document with various tags which you can produce, and that will be substituted for what you want in the report. Obviously, the company name and the year on it, right? It is just a shell document. a table will go here. I do the same table in this example 3 times to show you 3 different ways to produce tables. You can just put it in the table. You can create the shell of the table and actually populate the table. Number 3, you could create a table with only 1 row because you never know how many rows there are going to be. And then you can populate the table. All right? So, and then as you can see, it gets a little esoteric here, but there's essentially a skeleton document ready to accept all these charts and tables. So with that said, let's give this a run, shall we? I'm going to close this up. All right. And for fun, I will just hit run all reports, just to show that I'm not fooling you. Actually, let's go to final reports and make sure that it is blank. And we will run all reports. We'll give it a second. It is basically setting itself up to import files. You can see what it's kind of doing. Report number 1, retrieve the data. It's opening up a template document. It's putting the tables and charts, tables, and then finally it's going to export it. And then it's on to the next document. Same thing. It's going to import the data. It's going to, okay, grab the template again, populate with numbers, charts, and tables, and export. With that said, we will now open up this folder. Oh, it's right there. There are the 2 documents. I left it as Word documents. We will open up, say, the A document for Company A. And there it is, Company A report, the Company A 2018 employee report. There's the table of contents. We'll go into it. There's the table done 3 different ways. There's the chart populated. For example, right here, just so you can see, in case you don't know what alt text is, let's go ahead and find it real quick. There it is. This will be read by our screen reader very nicely. Nicely perfect sense is the percent for age, 22 to 30 is 13.3%. So that's the 5-way compliant piece to the whole thing. And there you have it, a perfectly created Word document ready to ship off to the client. Well, that's the basics of the report writer. I hope you're excited by what you see. I hope you test this out, play with it, and take a look at the future videos that dive into the intricacies of how to really best leverage the report writer. Thank you.